What's up, Snerds? Today we're taking Black and Snerdy beyond borders with author, world traveler, and proud Blerd Phil, better known as the Blerd Explorer.
That's right. Phil turned his experience living and traveling abroad into the Black Traveler's Guide series, helping Black travelers explore Asia with more knowledge, confidence, and of course, a little nerd culture along the way.
We'll talk about what inspired him to build a Black-centered travel platform, what life in South Korea is really like, and his campaign to transform his digital travel guides into physical books.
Then Phil is sticking around to test his anime knowledge in some anime games, get a few things off his chest, and share what's bringing him joy.
So grab your passport, charge your devices, and get comfortable.
On today's bonus episode with Phil, on the Black and Snerdy podcast.
Adam has arrived.
Hey, Maurice and Odie gonna take over like Zach and Cody. Black and Snerdy is the best podcast. Gonna boom like Wile E. Coyote. Gonna meet magic, they move like they hairy. Ain't talking about mental health, no, it's not scary. You know that she coming up with the astrology. Mo got a comic and that's the best policy. Maurice the GOAT, talking about animation cause you know. Odie, she moving wavy like the boat. Watching some movies and she taking notes. Yeah, kick back, listen. Black and Snerdy have risen. Upload on a mission. 5 stars, never dissing. Black and Snerdy, ooh. Black and Snerdy, yeah. Black and Snerdy.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Black and Snerdy podcast, the only podcast where two sexy black nerds get together to shoot the shit. I am Mo, aka Kid Licorice.
And I'm Odie.
And together we are the aforementioned Snerds here on a bonus episode
Bonus
of the Black and Snerdy podcast.
How are you doing?
I am doing well, for the most part. I also don't want anybody to forget that everything Black and Snerdy can now be found in our Beacons link, which will be in the description. It houses our content. It houses our merch shop. It houses our tip jar. If you like what you see, and it also has social media. If you like what you see, give us a tip, $1, some change. That's all we're asking. But then to answer your question, I'm doing okay for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah. I things could be better, but also things could be way significantly worse than they actually are. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. We had a good weekend, so
Sure.
That is all I could ask for. You know, to
Yeah.
have good times and being able to enjoy life.
Mm-hmm.
Even if other things are still annoying, you still got something to look forward to.
Absolutely. And in this very moment, after you said that we had a good weekend, I was just going over my head exactly what we did this weekend. My memory is notoriously trash. And I was like, did we do anything this weekend? I'm genuinely concerned now that my memory is going, you know, because I remember maybe something that we did over the weekend, but not.
You need some Ginkgo Biloba.
Somewhat.
Ginkgo Biloba.
Ginkgo Biloba.
Mm-hmm.
Do, 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 do.
Ginkgo.
I don't even think it fits the meter.
No.
Does it?
Not really, but you can be.
Ginkgo Biloba. Do, 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 do. Ginkgo Biloba. Do, 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 do. Ginkgo Biloba. Do, 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 do. Nailed it. We nailed being nerds. And some people are going to be out there like saying and questioning our nerd credentials. But the fact that we were able to merge Ginkgo Biloba into a famous song from the television program, The Muppet Show, that shows dedication.
It does.
To the nerd identity.
To the art, to the craft.
Exactly. It's all about the art. But speaking about the art and the dedication, shall we bring on our very special guest?
Yay!
Is that was that the answer to my question, or
Yes.
just the cheers?
A little both.
All right, it's a little bit of both. But yes, as we mentioned in our cold open, this gentleman. He is a traveler, a world traveler, mind you. He is a proud nerd and he is an author. We have been excited to have met him, and now we're excited to have him join the pantheon of the Snerdyverse. Please, listeners, viewers, please give a warm, hearty welcome to Phil, aka the Blerd Explorer.
Hey, how y'all doing? Thanks for having me.
No problem. First off, thank you for being on the show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing today?
We're doing great. We're happy to have you.
Mm-hmm.
As someone who has an enormous amount of wanderlust, I am excited to talk to you today.
Yes, and as I say to all of our guests, we welcome you happily into the fold of the Snerdyverse, and I hope that you accept and appreciate the responsibility that comes with that. And that stone silence tells me that that's a yes, that's affirmative. You have signed the terms and conditions.
I did not read the terms and conditions. That's what I mean.
You know what? Nobody reads the fine print. Nobody does. That's how we get
them. Down and said yes. Agree.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah. And now we have your likeness, and we're gonna sell your data.
All the Snerdy merch is gonna have your face.
But yeah, how about we dive in?
Let's dive in. So Phil, can you let our listeners know a little bit more about you and how you became the Blerd Explorer?
Sure. It really started back when I moved to South Korea right after university back in May 2016.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in my last semester of university back in fall 2015, and like all college seniors trying to go into job fairs, putting out resumes, no interviews, nothing was hitting. And then one day on my university's job board, I saw an ad for the opportunity to teach English in Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Now, growing up, I've always had interest in traveling around the world, watching the travel channel, see those food from around the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I was wanting to travel around the world, but growing up back in the day, like I didn't know any black folk traveling and living abroad. Except the only ones who I did know was they were in the military.
Mm-hmm.
That's
right.
it. That's all I had, and that's all I thought it could happen. So I started applying, researching, and I'm like, oh, I can do this. Immediately, I kind of also thought about opportunity to travel to teach English in Korea because I thought it'd be a good opportunity to find pay off my student loan debt. That never happened. So, and still hasn't happened yet. I think I made one payment one time, and that was it.
I mean, those payments are high.
They
exactly. Like, listen, you all want me to pay me, cut down the interest, then we can talk.
We just need student loan forgiveness. They just need to get them out of here.
Right. Like, listen. When Brian had that offer to pay off the $20K, like that was half my loan. Like, oh, you cut that at half? Okay, I'd rather do it full amount. But it's like, okay, you cut the full half amount. Like, okay, we can talk. We can talk. We make some payments. But yeah. So in May 2016, I moved to South Korea after graduation, and now I taught English as a second language to Korean kids from May 2016 till June of 2025. That's when I moved out of South Korea. Then I went to Japan on my way out of South Korea, to move on my way back to the USA. And I moved to Atlanta, Georgia around July 22nd, 23rd. So basically hit the 1 year anniversary.
Oh, wow.
I moved to Atlanta.
Now that's a big jump from going from South Korea to Atlanta.
It is.
Can you talk about like what your experience was like traveling around South Korea and the other countries you were living in and visiting in Asia?
Oh, sure. Obviously, like for a lot of people, one of the reasons people who do end up teaching English abroad, especially out of college, obviously you get an opportunity not only to travel throughout the country, South Korea, but also many parts of Asia too. So that's the opportunity that, of course, I took advantage while I could. Obviously, there's many other places I really want to check out, but hey, life has always said, hey, it's time to move on. But honestly, it's still a wonderful experience. I'm glad I did it. Now, admittedly, I'm about to start my second year of being an ESL teacher here in Atlanta, Georgia, right? But I talked about in previous interviews and podcasts that knowing what I know now, even though I stayed 9 years in Korea, if I know what I know now, I would have got my license a lot sooner and moved back to USA.
Yeah,
mostly from both a professional, mainly from professional and also financial standpoint.
What would you say? Like, I mean, I personally have gotten a lot of those like teach abroad and like here's your places. Even I remember in college that was something that I would see promoted all the time. Can you talk about like, you know, usually you see that they'll say they'll pay for your housing.
Yeah.
You get you know, your salary for the year. Can you talk about like financially, how did that work for you? And did you find yourself being able to sustain, because you were there for 9 years?
Yes.
But were you able to sustain yourself? Because from what I've read, that usually you can't have other sources of income depending on where you're working.
Right.
Like you just have the time to teach. So how does that work with living and wanting to be able to like thrive in a city that you've never been in?
Good questions. So for one, I got living in South Korea. I got paid in the local currency, which is the Korean won.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, on paper, technically, I made less money.
Mm.
Now, it is an easy way to save money. Obviously, if you're single, got no kid, and especially if you got no bills or debts back at home, it's obviously easy to stack money. But at the same time, it's easy to blow money, which I'm guilty of, especially from takeout and delivery apps. So, and of course, the exchange rate, if you got bills to pay back at home, that does add up. So it does eat up half of your paycheck, especially if the exchange rate's been poor. So.
And
I would say, yeah, one of the benefits, of course, is also, you know, at least in Korea, there's other countries too like that who do it, like say China, I think Vietnam too, I'm not sure, not Japan, but one of the benefits about South Korea is that the employer will cover your housing. They pay the rent, you pay the utilities and gas and whatnot. And the internet, that depends. Some places may have already in the internet installed, others the employer has the housing, but you have to go out and, you know, get a Wi-Fi plan, basically. Now there are options where, like, say, if you want to get your own housing, then the employer will provide a stipend, a housing allowance to help you pay for that. But one of the challenges, and I don't have experience on that, I never had my own housing while living in Korea. So one of the challenges, from what I hear a lot of times, is that a lot of foreigners will have a hard time trying to find a place because, one, Korean landlords, they can legally say no foreigners. I believe that's the law. Okay. So that can be a hard time, especially if you're foreign, and also if you're black too. That's gonna be even harder.
Yeah,
sure.
So, and one of the things that you hear about the stories, about, you know, like I said, teaching English abroad, and legit, it can be a wonderful opportunity to do so. But I would say it's great. It's one of those experiences where it's like, okay, it's great while you do it in your 20s, but when you get into your 30s and up, not the best career option. Now, I have met people who did do a career right out of the university in the 20s, but then decided to quit, start over, try something else, and go to Korea in the 30s and 40s. That does happen. But I think for a lot of people, especially we do it for so long, you reach that point where, like, not only your career stalls, but both financially and professionally. That's one of the double-edged swords, like basically the English teacher trap about living overseas in Asia, because the lifestyle's so easy. Because when you go out to Korea, for example, like right at university, you're making a lot more money than your friends. Technically, you get to travel around the world than your friends and family back at home, right? But by the time you get to 30, right? Your friends back at home, they're back. They just reached middle management. They bought their first house. They're making more money than you are. Now, obviously, cost of living and whatnot can be very higher, but at the same time, it's like, okay, or you're still making that same money you made back when you're like 24, 25, now you're 32. It's like, okay, yeah, the money is fine. The lifestyle is great, but it's like, okay, I need more. Like, I'm at the point in my life where, like, I need a job and a pension.
Yeah. Sure.
So it's like, okay, that's what kind of helped me, because around 2022, 2023, I reached that moment where it's like that lifestyle. Like, okay, I've hit that, at least in terms of career pay, I hit like the career stall. I hit the glass ceiling in terms of teaching English in Korea. There's like, there's no more room to grow. What else is there? What could I do? And I realized, okay, I like being a teacher. I like working with kids. I like being in a classroom. So why not get my license, be a teacher, ESL teacher here in the USA?
Sure.
So, and at first, growing up, like, some people told me I should be a teacher. I'm like, no, I don't want to be a teacher. You have to get paid, right? But funny enough, I noticed that while there, now when I discovered, like, I had like teaching, wanting to get my license, but I also noticed that I talked to family members and friends who are in South Carolina, where I'm from. What's it like to be a teacher? What's the best time to apply for jobs? So I asked them a question about the teaching job in South Carolina. So I'm like, you know what? I keep asking these questions, so it makes it maybe I should get my license. And so I want to say in late 2023, that's when I started looking online, looking at like programs to get my license. Well, alternative certification programs to get my license, and that's why I found the program I used. What I went through called Moreland University, which is based in DC. So I got a Washington DC license. So I started a program back in April 2024. It's a 9-month program from April 2024 to December 2024 was the program. It was not bad, but obviously there are better programs. But before I was doing, since I was still overseas, I'm like, all right, I'll take what I can get, and then from there, I basically use it as a jump off point, basically.
Sure.
So, so I got my license back in August of last year, eventually, which was funny enough. It's funny how I applied for my license. I think it was on a Wednesday for Washington D.C. I got the license on a Friday morning, that quick. And which was, again, this is right around the time we just started the school year last year. So I was shocked how fast I got it. And then I sent it over to the HR department for my school district in Atlanta. And then that was on a Friday, the same day. I sent it to them. And then the following Tuesday, Wednesday, I got my Georgia license. Now, personally, I kind of joke about it, but it would make sense. Like, I personally believe the reason I got my license so quickly in both states because my application said black male. That's not only because of the teacher story, but because my application said black man, that flag is like, yes, expedited.
Because there's a shortage of teachers, but there's definitely a shortage of black men in the schools, and we do need more black men to be in the schools because you need, that representation. It's important for all kids of all backgrounds to see it's not just like women teaching or just black women teaching. Like men are there as well, and that's also like it's an important job.
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely, it is. I did want to ask if there were any places or locations that you have yet to go to that you would ideally like to travel to next.
I know I definitely want to hit South and Central America for sure. That's one of the reasons I came back, and also Caribbean as well. Definitely want to go to the motherland, go to Africa. Was it Zambia?
Namibia?
Namibia, Kenya. Definitely want to check out South Africa someday. Botswana, I think it was. I saw it too. So there's a lot of places I really want to check out. And other parts of Europe too, and Asia as well. So I definitely want to keep traveling in the future.
That sounds fantastic. Although I do, it might be lumped in with the. There's other places as well. One place that wasn't named was Nigeria, and she is Nigerian. So
there's lots. First of all, there's 54 countries in Africa, and so you have a whole lifetime to get through all of them.
Absolutely.
And then when you get to the best one, you'll have a great time. I mean, Kenya is amazing. I love Kenya. My ideal travel trip would be, I want to start at the top of Africa and work my way down.
Sure.
I would love to do it uninterrupted, and that would probably take several months. Because I feel like when you get somewhere, you have to spend at least 2 weeks there to kind of get the space. But I'm like, that would be perfect.
Absolutely. I did want to ask one final question to you, Phil, the Blerd Explorer. For any Blerd out there who is watching or listening, and it's coming from you, so that's authority right there. What is one crucial piece of advice you would offer to a fellow Blerd who is traveling to a new location, traveling abroad? What is the one crucial piece of advice?
If you travel to a country and there's poverty, don't wear clothes like you got money. So the new Jordans and kicks, leave them. Wear them dirty old white Air Force Ones you used to cut the grass with. That will probably save your life more than some fresh, crisp white Air Force Ones. Because that's literally like you're putting a target on your back. So jewelry, I know women like to wear jewelry, but again, just be careful with that. You're going to wear some cheap looking gaudy jewelry. Hey, that's better than wear some nice looking one because you don't want to stick out too hard.
Sure.
Also, at the bars, if you're going to go drinking, I'm not a big drinker, so it doesn't affect me, but really watch where you drink. Pay attention, eyes on the bartender, eyes on your drinks. Because it's not hurt for people get roofied and stuff like that. So be careful on that. Other places, especially like I know you have places like say Thailand, Cambodia, so cheap, and yeah, it can be, but at the same time, that's where the less danger comes through because it's so cheap that you can blow your money so quickly.
Mm-hmm. You're busy thinking about that exchange rate.
Yeah,
You don't realize you just swiping away.
Yep.
absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. Well, Phil, again, thank you so much for sharing your insight with us. And before, when we were chatting off mic and when we were chatting before we, decided to record today, you did mention that you yourself are a fan of anime. Is this correct?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So for the listeners, I, of course, am a huge fan of anime. You could say that it is a cornerstone of my life. And of course, Phil, also a fan of anime. Odie is not at all, not even remotely
that
close,
is
not even
true.
in the ballpark.
Blasphemy. Give me a black card.
Not
Black
true.
card right there.
I am a newbie anime fan, but I will say that I have always appreciated anime because there were several growing up that I enjoyed. However, the main popular ones that were out at the time, I just wasn't into. But now as an adult, I have found many more anime that I enjoy and that I appreciate. So you are a hater per usual.
Well, we're going to see exactly who is the hater because we've got some anime games for us today in our game corner. I do not have a specific drop for the game corner. This is the closest one that I could find that was already on my laptop. And of course, it is for technically Odie's anime section. Hold on. Does that drop sound a little familiar to you, buddy?
No.
It's okay.
My chances are rising.
Okay, it's fine. It is a JoJo's reference. But yes, so we're gonna play a quick game. It is a game that we have played actually on our bonus episode from my birthday, actually.
We did play this game.
And it is a little game I created that I like to call, if I can find the thing, it is a little game called Anime or Any Nay. That's right. Anime or Any Nay. The rules are simple. Our contestants are going to be Odie and Phil, and I am going to be the host for this game. Rule-wise, I am going to give a vague description synopsis of an anime. Both of you have to decide if it is real or if I am making it up. Bonus points if you can also follow it up with the name of the anime. Do both of you accept these terms?
I accept.
All right, sounds good.
All right. All right. And with that, we are off to the races.
Phil, I would like to remind you that you're on my podcast, so you gotta be nice to me.
Okay.
All right.
What a fun thing when a host gives a veiled threat.
I didn't threaten anybody.
To a guest.
Threaten anybody. I just was giving a reminder.
Watch, I bought her. She's gonna scrap the episode. Say episode.
Okay, so first one, and honestly, I'm just gonna go a little easy to sort of set the tone. First one. A determined pirate captain gathers a quirky crew to search for a legendary treasure that promises ultimate freedom. I guess your answer is anime and not any nay, and your guess is One Piece. Odie, what is your answer?
My guess is also anime, and my guess is also One Piece.
Okay. The sound effects that's going to go off if you are correct is a classic anime sound effect if I've ever heard one. And of course, if you are wrong and dead wrong, the anime effect that is going to go off is oh no! That of course is Joseph Joestar from part 3 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures saying oh no. And you guessed yes and One Piece. Phil guessed yes and One Piece. The answer is Both of y'all are correct. The answer, of course, is One Piece. That is the synopsis for the anime One Piece. Both of y'all get a point.
All right.
Are y'all ready for the next one?
All right, but Phil, this time you gotta wait for him to finish.
All right.
Okay, you gotta wait for him to finish because I don't want anybody to say that I'm copying you.
All right.
Okay, next one. A post-catastrophe survivor with a prosthetic limb seeks vengeance and finds unexpected family amongst mercenaries. Phil, Annie May or Annie Nay? Do you want me to repeat that?
Yes, please.
A post-catastrophe survivor with a prosthetic limb seeks vengeance and finds unexpected family amongst mercenaries. Anime or Annie Nay?
Anime.
And okay. Well, then I will also ask Odie, Anime or Annie Nay?
I think it's anime, and I think I have an idea of which one it is.
Then I will ask Phil, what do you think the name of the anime is?
I don't know the name. I can't think of it.
Okay.
I've heard of it.
Okay, and Odie, do you have a guess as to the name?
My guess is that it's Attack on Titan.
Okay. So, both of y'all have said anime.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is... Hold on. Phil guessed anime. Odie guessed anime. Both of y'all are... correct!
Yes!
And the synopsis I was describing was for Berserk.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. Next one. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
A high school student transfers into a remote academy for elite fighters, where students must form contracts with giant mechs powered by their emotions, but one student refuses to pilot. I'm going to start with Odie. Annie May or Annie Nay? Would you like me to read that again?
Read it for me one more time.
A high school student transfers into a remote academy for elite fighters, where students must form contracts with giant mechs powered by their emotions, but one student refuses to pilot. Odie, Annie May, or Annie Nay?
This reminds... Oh, gosh. Because I'm thinking of a specific anime, and I feel like this feels very close to what that anime was.
I'm going to need an answer of Annie May or Annie Nay, miss.
But are you going to give me 3 animes in a row? Oh, God. My pattern recognition is having difficulty in this moment.
I'm going to need you to
Okay, fine. I'm going to say anime. And after I'm done, I'll guess which one it was.
Sure. Phil, Annie May or Annie Nay? And do you need me to repeat it?
I'm going to say anime.
So both Odie and Phil have guessed anime. Do either of y'all have a guess of the potential title?
I have a guess.
Sure.
I'm guessing Kill la Kill. But there's one piece that the one thing that had me stuck is there's a part about the mechs is I can't remember if it was mechs or if it's just if the suits are considered mechs. So that's why I'm torn. But
sure. Phil, do you have a guess for the potential title of the anime?
I don't know. I know it's mechs. So mechs anime are not my big thing. So I don't know.
Okay. Both of y'all have guessed anime. Odie has additionally guessed that it is potentially Kill la Kill. The correct answer to that is... Oh, no! Both of y'all are wrong. I made that shit up.
I knew it. I knew you wouldn't let me have 3 animes in a row.
On top of which, Odie guessed Kill la Kill because of the mech anime. Kill la Kill, famously, not a mech anime at all.
I know that, but I was just thinking about the girl going to this remote school. She didn't want to fight. That's the part I was thinking about.
She notoriously started with having giant scissors to fight. So not even partly close to the
But
thing.
she did have some, I feel like she had some kind of pushback about the fighting at some point, didn't she? Because she didn't want to wear the suit and all this. It was like she was scared of it.
She didn't want to wear the suit because it was draining her blood. Anyhow, next up.
I have not seen Kill la Kill, so I do.
It's a good one. I like that one. We should actually rewatch that one again.
Sure. Highly recommended. It's a very good anime. Next one. So far, by the way, so far, if I'm keeping correct, both of y'all guessed correct for One Piece, and I believe y'all guessed correct for Berserk.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
So both of y'all are two of y'all are neck and neck. Next up. In a future where memories can be rented and sold, a shy memory technician gets embroiled in a plot to erase a city's collective trauma, forcing them to decide which memories to preserve. I'm going to switch to Phil now. Phil, anime or anime, and do you need me to repeat it?
Yes, please repeat that.
In a future where memories can be rented and sold, a shy memory technician gets embroiled in a plot to erase a city's collective trauma, forcing them to decide which memories to preserve. Anime or anime?
I'm gonna say anime.
Phil is going with anime. Odie, anime or anime?
I'm going to go with anime.
Odie has gone with anime. Phil, you've gone with anime. Phil, would you like to hazard a guess as to the name of the potential anime?
It's not Steins Gate, is it?
Phil has also guessed Steins Gate. Here's the thing. Both of y'all, for the first time, have answered separately. So I'm going to start with our guest, Phil. Phil, you have guessed anime. Additionally, you've guessed Steins Gate. Here's the response I have for you.
Oh, man.
Oh, no! Which means that Odie has accurately guessed that I made that shit up entirely.
Yes! You know what? Because it was kind of giving me, I think about there's a few anime we've watched that had the memory in there, but I was like, it sounds like a great anime. It would be really great. But I was like,
That's what it sounds like. Like, damn, this sounds so familiar. It sounds awesome. Like,
I know. And if any Japanese studios wants to give me money to pitch them shows, I'm around.
Yes. Because every time you know why? I was like, I know that it was you because when you write them, they sound so good. And then I'm like, dang, but that's too good to be true.
Sure, but I cannot, it's just I can come up with pitches and I can come up with ideas. It's just hard to create a character who is an old wise mentor who turns out to be a perv. Anyhow, the next one that I have for y'all, a charismatic strategist takes control of a rebellion using a masked identity to reshape a continent's balance of power. I will start with Odie. Anime or anime? Why you gotta start with me? Because I'm a gentleman and ladies first.
I honestly, it's nothing is coming in my mind to animes that I've seen or the animes I think I've seen you watch, but that doesn't mean it's not true because I feel like that sort of premise, I can see it being a thing. All right, I'm going with anime. No, anime. I'm going with anime. Final answer, Buzz.
Odie is guessing anime. Phil, anime or anime, and do you need me to repeat it?
I'm going to say anime.
Oh, again, we have conflicting. Odie has guessed anime, and Phil has guessed anime. Would you like to hazard a guess of the title of the potential anime?
It can't be. I'm going to say Code Geass.
Okay. I'm going to start this time with Odie.
Mm-hmm.
Odie, you guessed anime. And this is what I have as a response to you. Oh, no!
Yeah!
Not only is Phil correct that was anime, he was also correct that it is Code Geass.
Bonus points, yes. No points.
Yes. So yes, you get an additional point if you guess it correctly.
All right.
Are y'all ready for the next one?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Because right now Phil is in the lead with 4. Odie has 3.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, here we go. And I think we'll start this time with Phil. A small-time con artist is recruited into a magical academy where illusions are currency. They must learn ethics when their scams threaten the fragile peace between magic users and normals. I will repeat that. A small-time con artist is recruited into a magical academy where illusions are currency. They must learn ethics when their scams threaten the fragile peace between magic users and normals. Phil, Annie Mae or Annie Nay?
I'm going to say Annie Nay.
Interesting. Odie, Annie Mae or Annie Nay? And do you need me to repeat?
I'm gonna go with anime.
Interesting. And would you like to hazard a guess at the title?
There's one that I'm thinking of, but I can only see the people in my head. I can't think of the name.
Sure. So yet again, another round where both individuals have guessed the opposite things. I'm going to start with our guess. Phil, you have guessed Annie Nay for a small-time con artist being recruited into a magical academy where illusions are currency and they must learn ethics when their scams threaten the fragile peace between magic users and normals. Phil, I got to hit you with this. Phil is correct in that I made that shit up. Odie. What anime were you thinking that it was, Odie?
So there's this one that you've watched a bunch. I can't remember the title, but I just remember there was like the boy who like joined the school and
That could be any of them.
I know.
Right.
Joined the school and I remember like they were doing magic.
Could be a number of them as well.
Right.
Also these so I feel like the issue was there were these like demons or something.
There's that could be any of them as well.
That were coming after the kids, and like there was one point they were in the school hallway and like I think one of the demons was like a bunch of heads and spoons. Does Jujutsu Kaisen have kids in school?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Are they magic users?
Sorcery.
There's a sorcery. There's a power
I feel like
system.
the thing is like the guy, he was like came to the school.
Curse magic, curse abilities. That's what it was.
Yeah, there's curses.
Maybe I was thinking of that.
We're gonna move this along. Sorry, Odie, but time is not on our side. We're gonna, you know what? How about we do 2 more? Phil is in the lead. Odie can still catch up. We'll do 2 more and then we'll move on.
All right.
Next up. A hot-blooded student enrolls at a culinary academy where skill battles are judged like duels and egos rise with every dish. I started with Phil, I believe, last time. Odie.
Yes.
Annie Mae or Annie Nay?
I'm gonna say anime, and I think I have a guess of which one.
Sure. Phil, Annie Mae or Annie Nay?
Anime. And I have a guess too.
Sure. Odie, what is the potential name of the thing?
Food Wars.
Okay. And Phil, what is the potential name of the thing?
Food Wars.
Both of y'all have guessed anime.
Mm-hmm.
Both of y'all have also guessed Food Wars. The answer in response that I have is both of y'all are correct, and both of y'all get the extra point for it being Food Wars.
I mean, I'm glad I won, but I'm also not happy that Phil won.
I do not have the graphic for Food Wars because I did not think to put it in the back end. We have one final one. Are y'all ready? And again, Phil is in the lead. So theory, if Phil gets this wrong and Odie gets this right and could potentially, if it's real, guess a title, she could get 2 points tying the thing up. Anyhow, here we go. Gonna start with Phil. A lonely girl writes letters to make sense of a world turning after war, learning to understand emotional language. I will say that again. A lonely girl writes letters to make sense of a world turning after war, learning to understand emotional language. Phil, anime or anime?
I'm going to say anime.
I say. Odie, anime or anime?
I'm gonna say anime, and I have a guess.
Okay. Odie says anime. Phil says anime. Odie, what is your guess for the potential title of the potential anime?
The Perfect Neverland.
I see. I'm going to start with Phil. Phil guessed anime, to which my response is, oh no! Which means that Odie is correct that it is an anime. And the guess that she had for said anime, what did you say? The
Perfect Neverland?
The Perfect Neverland. You are absolutely incorrect. That is not what it was called. It's called Violet Evergarden.
Damn it! Perfect Neverland is the one with the kids at the orphanage.
Yeah, Promised Neverland. The Promised Neverland.
Evergarden, and I completely butchered the name.
Yes, and as Phil pointed out, it is actually called Promised Neverland, not Perfect.
Okay, all right.
Right, I heard the name until we go, wait, that does.
No, it is not.
I didn't want to say anything.
It is, and if you watch that anime, it is the farthest from being a Perfect Neverland. So. Right. But yes, that has been our anime game corner.
Wait, but who won?
Oh, well, Phil, obviously. Like,
yeah.
I mean, like, I told you needed 2 to even like get an even score, and you didn't.
I tip my hat to you, Phil. But I will say, I wasn't. It wasn't a clean sweep.
No, it was not. It was a good fight.
Hey.
You know, I had my foot in the ring.
You did have your foot in the ring
for a moment. Yeah, me Jordan Peele sweating like, oh my
god. All right. We're having a lot of fun, but unfortunately, things aren't always as sunshiny as we would like them to be. Because we're annoyed, we're upset, we're angered, we're frustrated, we're flustered. We're pissed. We're run amok. We're gassed. we're perturbed, and we get to share those feelings with y'all because we're not a monolith, and we have a wide range of feelings, and we're allowed to have negative feelings. It's time for Big Mad.
Bringing it. What? We gripe it. We're not griping anywhere else. We be griping. This safe space for us to share. We gripe it. We ain't griping anywhere else. We gripe it.
Phil, what's making you big mad at the moment?
Right now, one, gotta go back to work for 2 years. At least New York, gotta go back to work tomorrow. And also, I can't find my teacher badge.
Oh no.
I was looking for that thing before the interview, and I'm like, oh my God, where did I put that down? I can't find it anywhere.
At the time of our recording, just hearing you have to like go back to work, that I'm gonna hit you with this guy.
That is a little bit upsetting.
It is. I feel for you, but you know, it's good work and you're doing really good work, but at the same time that hurts my heart to hear.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, God, I'm not ready to go back yet. You give me like another week of resting.
Exactly. Odie, what's making you big mad?
What's making me big mad is myself, because I am big mad that I don't know how to drive. And this has been a long-standing struggle and annoyance, and it's just one of the things I'm like, I gotta get it done.
Yeah.
So that's it.
All right.
So Have you looked at like the various driving schools in your city?
Yeah, like there's a lot. It's always like so much money, and it's
Yes.
the thing is, it's like one, because you got to do for New York, you have to do defensive driving, you have to do your driving class, you have to do like some separate thing, the 5-hour course or whatever, and so all those things plus like driving lessons. It's like it always costs money. It seems
adds
like
up.
when I have the money,
Yeah.
I don't have the time, and then when I have the time, I don't have the money. But I
Exactly.
just have to get it done because, unfortunately, when I was in high school and we would be taking these tests, my parents were like, "No, because you're not going to be driving anywhere." And then I was out in DC, so I didn't need it.
Of course.
And then you come back to New York, and it's so much harder to get it later on.
Mhm.
But I'm annoyed and tired of not being able to jump in a car when I want to like go somewhere, even if I'm just like getting a zip car, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
I'm just tired of not being able to do it.
Absolutely.
Man, I get that. That's how it was like first, like literally the first 6 months here. Well, first few months, I had to renew because my license, my first license expired back 2019 while I was living in Korea, and I didn't renew it. So because I thought I was never going to move back, and when I came back, I had to. It took me 3 times to get my permit because I took on the second attempt, and then I took the driver test. I did one of those driving test schools. Basically one of those driving schools in Georgia, and then the same time I took the course, I took the test right then and there. So I know the feeling. And the worst part is it took me a hot minute to get a car. So
yeah, it's a frustrating process.
The only thing I will admit, the only thing I miss about living abroad is public transportation. I wish, at least USA, at least in New York and DC, like you won't really need a car unless you want one.
Sure,
exactly.
I'd rather have the option, like, okay, because let's be real, a lot of people have those days where I don't want to drive anywhere. Let me just take the bus or the train, get to where I need to go to.
But going abroad, especially like Europe and Asia, it's always very frustrating to know that we don't have that same.
Right. And it's like we could have had this a long time ago, but corporate lobbying and, of course,
racism.
People, to their own detriment, said, no, we don't. And the best example of this is Marta here in Atlanta. Like, you look at history on that one, then it's frustrating. It's like, God, it's like, and also the one thing, those things like, how is it y'all be the ones complaining the most about the traffic, but when you introduce policies like expanding the rail lines, creating a subway system, y'all vote against it because it'll help Black people.
Racism ruins everything.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's almost as if I should have some sort of drop just for this. Oh, wait, I do.
This is America.
Mo, what's making you big mad this week?
I'm going to be very quick. Social media, specifically, if there is a shocking and traumatizing video, there apparently is just no guardrail on certain videos. Like sometimes they'll do like this is a sensitive thing and you have to actively click into it and view it. But often, a lot of times they just don't have it. And so you might just scroll and you might just unfortunately see somebody get unalived by 3 cops being held down and then shot in the face. And that's upsetting. And internet, social media companies, do better. Do better. Instead of actually charging people to have a fucking check on their goddamn account, all because you wanted to buy the brand and, devalue it and then try to take your other companies and pour money from them into that same company. And yet also for some reason, no matter where you go, you decide that you want to impregnate anybody and everybody. You're still a fucking loser, even though you're a billionaire. Social media company, get your shit together. And that's everything that's making us big man.
Bring it. What?
But we don't like to end on anything negative because, as I said, we are filled with multitudes and we are filled with joys and blessings because we're happy.
I'm the baby merchant. Tots are us. I give you all the service and no damn fuss. Give the baby merchant just a week or 2. I love your baby for you.
That is the infamous Baby Merchant, a song from the canceled 90s TV show Cop Rock, which was a cop procedural that was also a musical. Phil, what's bringing you joy at the moment?
One hand, I'm about to start my second year as a teacher.
Sure.
So, what else? Oh yeah, Dragon Con's around the corner too, so I'm excited about that. I'm getting ready to do this big book festival here at the time of recording this. So July 31st to August 2nd is the Black Writers Weekend. There's like a book festival, so in Atlanta, so I'm gonna be there for that. I'm hoping to have my physical books shipped out. I hired this Black-owned company in Baltimore to print the books, and hopefully we'll get the books out, or like tomorrow I'll get a message saying, hey, here's the tracking number for the book. So once I get there, then we'll be in a good mood.
Sounds good. Odie, what's making you and bringing you joy and making you happy at the moment?
Getting to have special guests on the podcast like Phil the Explorer.
Absolutely.
Getting to do this podcast with you week after week and getting to spend time with you. It always brings me so much joy.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that loudly.
And getting to spend time with old friends and getting to celebrate the new chapters in their life.
Yes.
It's very exciting, and I'm just praying for all my friends who are welcoming new bundles of joy for a happy and safe and healthy pregnancy and delivery, because it's a beautiful thing to see.
Thank you. That's awesome. As for me, what's bringing me joy at the moment, as I always say, doing this podcast with you. Also, I got paid this past Friday for the first time since October of 2025. And for at least 10 minutes, it brought me joy. And then at the 11-minute mark, I said, let's pay some bills. and then that's just what it is. But for those 10 minutes, I felt absolute joy. Also, this past weekend, went to a gender reveal party. Not necessarily my thing, but, I enjoyed myself. And I guessed correctly that the gender of the child was a boy, which even brought me another level of joy because everybody at the party was hoping for a girl. I do not take pride and joy in their disappointment, but I do take pride and joy in the idea that everybody wanted one thing to happen. And I kept saying to everyone, life has a way of doing the exact opposite of the thing that you hope for. And then the thing that I said came true. So that brought me a lot of joy. And that, I believe, is everything that's making us happy.
I'm the baby merchant. Cats are up.
Phil, the Explorer, I want to thank you for being on the show. Where can people find you, and what would you like to plug?
Well, you can find me on TikTok and Instagram at the Blerd Explorer. Also, my books, The Black Trout's Guide to South Korea and The Black Trout's Guide to Thailand, Siem Reap, Cambodia. The ebooks are available right now for purchases. I am so looking to get physical copies on the store soon. Gotta get the money for the ISBN number for that. So once that comes through, I will post on my IG page that, hey, physical books are available now for all my purchases. And yes, like I said earlier, later this week, I'm not sure when this will be uploaded, but on July 31st to August 2nd of this year, I will be at the Black Writers Weekend in Atlanta, Georgia. So come through, check it out. And I am looking at other book festivals and events. So if you want to get, that's where I will have physical copies of the books or a book or two. So just follow me for any updates on that front.
Sounds fantastic. But I believe Odie has something she would like to say.
Yes. I'm just reminding everybody to don't forget everything Black and Snerdy is now in one place at our Beacons link, our merch shop, the tip jar, and all our socials, plus the newest episodes will be linked there for you to watch and listen to as well.
Absolutely. Go check out our new shirts and sticker sheets that we put into the merch store. And if you have $1, maybe pass that dollar on to Black and Snerdy. Anything helps to keep the engine going.
I need $1.
Dollar is what I need. But again, thank you, Phil, for being a part of the show. as I said, if that's everything, then that's everything. I am Mo, aka Kid Licorice.
And I'm Odie.
We will be back with another one of these, but until next time, take it easy, keep it sleazy. Bye!
Bye!
CLA, thanks for having me online.
Thank you for throwing that in at the very end. Bye, guys!
Thanks for listening, nerds.
Keep the show growing. Listen, comment, and download on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, or watch full episodes on YouTube.
Follow the show at Black and Snerdy.
Follow me at Licorice is Legit.
Find me at that'sod_e on Twitter and at that'sod.e on Instagram.
This is the Black and Snerdy Podcast,
where nerds of a feather flock together.